Hi, my name is Rachel, and today I'm going to talk to you about decimals. A couple things I'm going to go over in this video is ordering and rounding. But first, I'm going to go over a couple basic numbers for beginner decimals. The whole numbers include hundreds, tens, and ones, and the decimal places include tenths, hundredths, and thousandths. When you hear these numbers, so you don't get confused, the decimal places have THS on the end, while the whole numbers have just an S on the end. So you'll never get them confused. I have a couple examples here, and the first one is whole numbers to make it a little easier to start out with. The first is round the following to the nearest hundred. This is just like decimals except in whole number form, so when you go to decimals it'll seem the same. So this is the hundred place, and to round this to the nearest hundred you have to look to the number on the right, which is 8. If this number is 5 and above, you would round up. But if this number is 4 and below, then you would keep the number the same. In this case, 8 is 5 and above, so the 2 would become a 3, and 8 and 1 would both become zeros. This means that the answer is 300. The next one is rounding the following to the nearest tenth. This one is actually a decimal, but it's really no different from a whole number. This would be the tenth position. This is the hundredth, and this is the thousandth. We want to find the nearest tenth, so the 5 would be our tenth. So what we have to do is look to the right of the 5, which is the 2. And since this number is 4 and below, we would keep the 5 the same. So our number would be 42.5. If this were a whole number, the 2 and the 1 would become zeros. But now they have no value. And finally, I have ordering the following from least to greatest. First thing that you have to do is look at each of the whole numbers and decide which ones are the greatest. In this case, 2 and 16 hundredths and 2 and 2 tenths are the greatest. So now we have to look at the tenths place, 1 and 2. Out of those, 2 would be the greatest. So therefore, 2 and 2 tenths is the greatest number of all. The next would be 2 and 16 hundredths. Now we have to go to the next greatest whole number, which in this case would be 1.5. And since there is no other decimal that starts with a 1, 1.5 would be the next greatest number. Now we have to look for the next greatest whole number, but since there aren't any more, we just go to 94 hundredths and 93 hundredths. Since the 9s are both the same in the tenths place, we have to go to the hundredths place. In this case, 4 is the greater hundredths place, so 0.94 hundredths would be greater than 0.93 hundredths. So therefore, 93 hundredths is the least. And that is how you order and round decimals.